Casey Mize, I was always a little worried about Casey Mize, but what happened there, his junior year or second to last year at Auburn, he had some elbow soreness, some forearm soreness. He made it through without surgery, but anytime you heard that, well, that seems like something that would scare me. But then he got off to that fantastic start to his last year at Auburn. Nobody else in that draft year really made a significant case for the number one pick, right? No one really rose up and challenged Casey Mize week after week for that spot. It just kind of became Casey Mize's spot. And Detroit bought in there. And it still may work out. I mean, he could come back and be a very solid pitcher for the Tigers. I mean, we can't write Casey Mize off. But now that was one case where I was probably on board with the pitcher, even though it always makes me a little queasy.
I was on board that year too. I did look at the 2018 draft. Joey Bart was the second pick. He really hasn't become the player we wanted. Alec Boehm, you could maybe make an argument there. Nick Madrigal hasn't really worked out. Jonathan India had a great rookie year, kind of fell off last year. Jarrett Kelenic hasn't been the player we thought he'd be.
You're right. The rest of that draft has not been great. So that kind of mitigates what happened to the Tigers a little bit in terms of why they chose who they chose. And again, Casey Mize could come back and be great. Jonathan India, for instance, what I remember most about him was he came into that year as a second round pick kind of guy and got insanely hot at Florida and just steadily rose up through the spring into the first round and the middle of the first round. And he kind of crested up there at the 5th pick in the draft. He never really got mentioned as number one material, but he was kind of rising with a bullet through the first round. And but it wasn't really someone who was challenging Mize for the first pick.